You're on a Sunday.
on a May 31st. You know, tonight's a full moon.
Is that true?
Yes, it is.
Is it like the
Blue moon?
is that
It's the blue moon.
there's so many special different moons. You know what? And unless like Warner Brothers goes up there like with the cartoon and like colors it blue, I can't see it. I have what did you say? There's a pink moon, a blue moon. What other moons are there?
Oh, there's all kinds of. There's the flower moon.
They're
Everyone.
making that up.
No, a blue moon is when it's the second full moon in a month.
Is it because it's sad? Is it got the sads?
No, actually, this moon is very interesting.
Is there a tint?
No.
So it doesn't look blue.
No, they just call it a blue moon.
Hmm.
But if you saw my pictures from last night, it's amazing. The whole sky is lit up. It's a beautiful moon.
Why don't they just say it's a lit up moon? There's a lot going on, moon. I just like it's blue. It's got.
I expect a little more excitement from you.
It's got.
I mean, this is our 1 year anniversary podcast.
Oh,
I kind of wanted to make this anniversary exciting and new.
You know what it is? This is our blue podcast.
I want it exciting and new.
You can't use those words. You can't.
Oh, I believe I just did.
I
think we probably have a viewer.
I'm worried about a copyright infringement. Come aboard. We are expecting you.
Blue moon.
Our podcast is coming to you on a special night. Our podcast. It's our blue anniversary podcast night. And now we will not be monetized.
We're not monetized.
Okay, well, don't be a nitpicker.
You guys, we have had a tough day around here.
It has been.
First of all, it is so hot. We couldn't even get out and work in the garden. And you need to get your behind out there.
I'm working on the inside.
I need more space.
And
I need more space.
We have Nancy Dabba Dabba Doo.
Oh, I bet I know who that is.
2877.
That's Naniki.
I know, but it's.
Hey, we hope you're feeling good.
Babdabe 2087.
Yeah, her name's Nancy Bam.
Oh, Joe Kendall, Kathy Simpson. Joe Kendall, happy anniversary.
Thanks, Joe. Hi, Kathy. I hope you got my message. I sent you a message through Facebook with my phone number.
I sent you a psychic message. Did you get it? There, I'm sending it again.
I'm sending you a message.
I know you are. Like a flock of seagulls.
It has been crazy hot around here today. You did a cooking video earlier. It wasn't the one that we've been talking about with the ostrich and the emu. We didn't do that yet because he had some pesto with pork tenderloin that we needed to get out. And I took the dog and I went outside and I came back in and.
Well, okay, this requires a little backstory. So I bought an existing house. It wasn't new construction. It was an old home. And when this house was built, they didn't know about smoke detectors because they didn't exist at that time. So they didn't put in like a hood with a vent and a fan and stuff like that. So like, unless you can really
Can you guys tell from the lead in? This is not going to end well for him.
No, I'm just saying, unless you can breathe in like really fast, right? If you're like, so I was searing pork chops and I had 22 of them to sear. I was searing pork chops on a griddle on the stove. And it turns out after a while, a pleasant sear flavored aroma started coming up from the griddle area. That evidently my house was ill prepared to handle.
And Who did you get a call from?
Here's the good news. It turns out that the smoke detectors are working great, and the monitoring company was spot on. It was a test of the emergency broadcast system. I did it on purpose.
Yeah, that's it.
But
Here's what I said to him. I go, are the firemen still coming? Because we could do a calendar.
Oh, well, we could do a calendar with me.
That's not true.
Wait, we got Holly Janine.
Hey, Holly.
Adam Schmidt.
Adam, hello. He made an excellent pesto. Adam, you guys, if you're in Northern Ohio, anywhere near Northern Ohio, you want to go to a great restaurant, look on my page. I've got Adam's new restaurant up there. His food's amazing. And it's kind of like a Japanese steakhouse.
Oh.
Not cooking that kind of food, but where the chefs are entertainers too.
Yeah, like it'd be like similar to what became famous years ago, the Benihanas, where they've got the stove, and then they've got like a square set of seats, and people all sit there, and the chef does the show as he's cooking.
If we ever get up to Northern Ohio, we're coming. We're coming at him.
Joanne.
Hey, Joanne.
Holly Janine, I love pesto.
This is excellent.
So Adam, I know that that traditional pesto is made with pine nuts. So I went to Costco, and they had I think they were selling 3 pine nuts for $30, like $10 a pine nut. I'm exaggerating, but it seems.
Here's what this is our anniversary show. This is our anniversary show. So let's cover this. Were you wearing your Costco going?
You damn straight I was wearing my Costco shopping pants. I was. And because I've got the camo shorts with the extra pockets, and they're camo, but I'm not that kind of person. So even though the pine nuts were wildly expensive, I wasn't going to 5-finger discount them, because I don't do that.
So what did you wind up with?
So
I know. I asked a quiz.
It was a quiz.
I thought you'd get this one.
Do you want to jump in and tell them what I got?
Yes, you got walnuts.
And?
Mixed nuts.
No.
Yes, that's what you bought.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But we had pistachios and pumpkin seeds.
Right. And so what I put in the pesto, we picked all the basil. We had 3 or 4 different kinds of basil that we picked out of the garden. Amazing.
We have regular basil. We have sweet basil.
We have
sweet Thai basil.
And then I actually threw in some Italian oregano,
which is really good.
Yeah. And then to that I added probably 3/4 cups of nuts. 1/2 cup was walnuts. 1/4 cup was pistachios.
It's really good.
It was my favorite, absolute favorite pesto I've ever had. And I've eaten a lot of pesto in my days.
I was pretty impressed with it.
Well, thank you. So what had happened was, I think we did a YouTube video. I don't remember how long ago, but in the day, Costco had pork loins.
Oh yeah, we got
on sale. So I got like 8 pounds of pork loin for $1 a pound. So $8. I bought 3 or 4 or 5 of those, whatever it was, because it was such a good deal. So now I've got like this huge 8-pound pork loin. I made the pesto. So I cut the pork loin into pork chops, roughly 1 inch thick. I had 22 pork chops. 22.
I will be oinking and having a little squiggly tail for the next podcast.
Yeah. Well, I've already put 1/3 to 1/2 of the pesto in the freezer, which I think it stays good for about 3 months. And I've already put 6 to 10 pork chops in the freezer also.
Okay.
Because, we got to get on to
I was afraid I wasn't going to make this podcast. Do you know why?
I don't.
Because I was pretty sure you were trying to kill me.
How do you know I'm not?
Well, because you ate some of the chicken tenders too. When he got home from Phoenix, the other day. He made breakfast Tuesday night for us because we both really had missed your cooking.
You know what, Adam, you would be the exception to the rule, eating your cooking, but mostly, and this includes restaurants, I prefer my own cooking. I just do.
I prefer your own cooking too. So I had already laid out chicken tenders and was going to cook those. Um, and and I didn't get around to it. So the next day he goes, I really don't feel like cooking. Do you mind? You want me to cook the chicken tenders?
I wasn't up. I was tired. I had a long drive.
I know, and you didn't feel well, but I go, he's up to something because he's eaten my food before, and his comment is it does its job.
Well,
Well, why don't you just go? It sucks.
No, I mean the eggs did their job. The chicken
Before you didn't even eat before.
Well, no, because you're like, I let the chicken tenders look at the salt shaker. Like that doesn't do it. That's mean. I showed it. It was like it was. Here's the salt, like the chicken's here, and she goes, "Look what you could have." Nope.
Like, hey, let me tell you something. At least I knew which end of the chicken I was dealing with.
No, that's why you please don't ever call me a chef. There's nothing wrong with being a chef. In fact, chefs are amazing. If you don't know if you have like a whole chicken, you don't know which way to turn it.
You would have loved him going. And this is how I know he's in trouble. I hear from the kitchen, Renee, can you come here a minute? Yeah, what are you doing? Well, I was just curious as to which part of the chicken you thought this was. Don't you know? No.
Well, it turns out until you cut into him.
It's happened how many times?
As often as I boiled over the black beans.
No, you boiled over the black beans 3 times.
Oh, crap. So I got to cook 2 more chickens.
No.
I don't know.
You can't, but that's what we did. So anyway, it is our first anniversary.
Come aboard. Now I'm going to make it jazzier. We are expecting you. Now it's Kermit the Frog. We are expecting you.
You're going to do impressions?
But that wasn't a bad one, was it?
No, it wasn't bad.
I mean, as Kermit goes, that wasn't.
If you're doing an impression, I've got a puppet for you. So what I was going to say was, if you look back at our very first, have you looked back at it in a long time?
I tend not, you know what, and it's horrible. I don't know why I'm like this. I don't know that I'll ever change. I tend to look ago.
Well, I found, I mean, for things sometimes, but here's what I noticed. Do you remember our first video? Any part of it?
It was long distance.
It was long distance.
I know that.
I was in the dark.
Yes.
Because
she doesn't mean confused. She was literally without lighting.
Oh, I had a lamp on in the living room on the other side of the.
Yeah, but I just in case she was in the dark, it's like,
yeah.
Why didn't you clue her in?
Well, everybody clued me in because everybody goes, she's in the dark. Yeah, she knows. I hadn't even been sure that I was going to come on as anything other than an avatar.
Right.
And I kind of decided to come on, and I'm thrilled I did because it's led to this huge metamorphosis.
It's been an amazing year.
Tell me, what is the best thing you've thought the best thing about the last year?
That's an unfair question.
No, it's not.
You moving here.
Oh, that's so sweet. That was really nice.
It's the truth.
I love that.
I mean, honestly, we've had a lot of fun, a lot of good things.
Mhm.
We've had a few setbacks as happened, but a lot of positive things, a lot of really good things. But
You know
I
what?
wake up every day. You're already up. You already are playing with the dog. You're outside. I come outside. You get coffee. We sit and we laugh for a good hour. I come in. We make breakfast. We laugh another hour. And then it's bedtime. For me, that's a full day right there.
Well, not this way. I got tomatoes, I got peppers
Oh my God.
growing like I don't know what happened while you were gone,
Things have
but all
exploded.
that rain has made them crazy.
Exploded.
What surprised you about the last year?
You move in here? What surprised me? That we pivoted to theaters and that you got into over 125 theaters. What surprised me was theaters went from booking talent to having financial problems and then canceling all their bookings and doing rentals. That surprised me. Road Comics Adventures as a stage show surprised me. Getting up on stage and doing that with you and having as much fun as I did and will continue to surprises me.
That was a big surprise to me when we go, we could take this on the road because I never thought I'd get on stage again. And I won't ever get on stage by myself again.
Right.
I won't. I have no desire to do that, but I do love the shows that we do.
And another positive surprise, which we're sort of at the beginning of really fully instituting, is making a pivot because you've done it on your own. I've done it on my own, but to do it together, which is the public speaking. That's been a big surprise and an exhilarating one.
I'm really excited about the public speaking because laughter makes a difference in people's lives. But even more so as public speakers, we can go out and teach and show people how easy it is to take their life from something they do want to from something they don't want to something they do.
Or something they do want to something they can't achieve.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think I've proven that this year. I'm the before picture for our speech.
As well as the after.
As well as the after.
Yeah.
Because if you go back and you look at that first podcast, that's my before. And remember, that was a good 2 months after we started talking.
Yeah, because we started talking February 17th. 16th. Was it 16th? I don't know why the 17th stuck in my mind. So we started talking February 16th and we did our first podcast May 31st.
Correct.
So February to March to April to May. 3 months.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm good at math.
I guess you don't want me doing the math for the public speaking, do you?
Well, not the accounting, but that's what you mean.
We're really looking forward to it. It's taken us a while to get all the promo together. Although we are going to make it funny.
Yeah, I think
pretty
so.
much anything we do, it winds up being funny. But there's a lot of exercises. There's a lot of things that you can do because a lot of people think that I made the changes in my life through hypnosis because of you. Actually meeting you and, well, getting to know you again, reconnecting with you. What changed everything for me was I saw that we had promise and that you and I wanted some of the same things. And in going forward with those things, the production company, the theater shows, all of the things we wanted to do, I knew what I wanted to be and I wasn't that person.
Right. All right.
And I made those changes. I still work on myself every day, as you well know, to try to become a better person.
Well, I do too. I'm just more covert. I don't want people to know. Since I'm a hypnotist, also, I'm actually not kidding about this. I feel like I'm not allowed to have any knowable flaws.
I get that.
Because if I did, and if I said to someone, "Oh, I'm eating a bunch of junk food. When did you hypnotize yourself? Oh, I didn't get a good night's sleep last night. When did you hypnotize yourself?" So to some degree, And I mean, it's okay. It's part of the territory, I guess. But I don't feel like any kind of shortcomings or uh, problems.
Issues.
Issue. I don't think they're compatible with a public persona of being a hypnotist.
And see, this is something that I think Joe Q general public. I don't know if we've got any comics watching. We got quite a few that do come in. And
Got Jeff Clark, Joanne Altman, Hensley. Casey's over there. I think Daddy-O is over there, believe it or not.
What I was going to say is I don't think anybody in the general public realizes that most of the time we do have a public persona. That isn't who we really are as people.
Well-
we hide a lot, most entertainers.
Yeah,
For example, somebody would be surprised to know that we're both very quiet and do not like to be the center of attention.
Oh my gosh. I genuinely want to be the center of attention to some degree on stage. But even then, I get volunteers on stage and I try to highlight them as the stars of the show. Off stage, much like what you just said, I kind of like to be left alone.
Hence the reason when you go back and look at pictures of us during our comedy career, in 30 years, I had 2 promo pictures taken.
I think I had 3, but I was on stage longer than you. So there's that.
Yeah, there you go. I'd like to say a special hello to Daddy-O, because
Daddy-O!
And Daddy-O's done a lot of work on our Adorably
Inappropriate.
And I think that's the perfect name for it because of my co-host. I'm an angel. The other person I'd like to shout out to is my new best buddy and neighbor, Jeff Clark. You know your friend Jeff Clark.
I do know my friend Jeff Clark. You also know Jeff Clark, but I don't know that one. I know mine.
Because I grew up in a neighborhood with a guy named Jeff Clark. This is Flip's Jeff Clark.
I'm very territorial that way. He's mine.
But come to find out, no, he's ours.
No, I'm sharing him now.
No, you know why you're sharing him? Guess what?
Out of the goodness of my heart.
Because he grew up 40 miles from where I grew up. You were 20 miles from his house when we went to visit my dad.
That's like saying he's my Jeff Clark because we both grew up in the same country.
No, that's not right. That's not right.
Well, he didn't.
That's not right.
If you had said he grew up in the Magic House, I'm like, well, okay.
We don't know that he never came to the Magic House, but I'm glad to find out. So everybody, when you see Jeff Clark come up, all my friends from Wilmington, Bookbag Becky and all
who just showed up right there.
Oh, did she just come on? Becky, Jeff Clark is from Washington Courthouse. He used to be Flip's friend, but he's coming over to join us, and we're hoping that he can join us for some Ohio State games.
Wait, when you say he's coming to join us, you mean you and me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean all of us for the Ohio State.
Well, I just didn't know if you're like stealing him.
Well,
because that
it depends on whether he talks when the phone rings or not.
That angel, that one of my favorite moments that happened between us and then on the podcast.
You know what one of my favorite moments was? The night, this was on Tuesday night, and you and I had already made arrangements for you to come and pick me up, and you were leaving on Wednesday morning.
Right.
Gonna get to Orlando on Wednesday night, and we were leaving to come home on Thursday. Tuesday night, we did the podcast, and we had decided we weren't telling anybody until we got back here. We were just going to surprise them the next week. Remember that? But this is the podcast where I go, Flip, I don't feel well.
Was that night?
Yeah, that was. I go, I don't feel well. And you go, oh, okay. Well, we'll start signing off. And I don't know if you guys have realized this or not, but my partner can be a little chatty, Kathy. That's the string from Chatty Kathy.
I do like a good conversation.
Yes. And so when I said, I don't feel well, he thought that meant I might be a little queasy. What I meant was, You have about 2 minutes to get us off of here because I'm either going to throw up or pass out.
Okay, and I'm going to get to that in a moment. Real quick for Jeff Clark. I-O!
OH.
He did. He wrote it right there.
Oh, he did write
Yeah.
OH, and you remembered to do.
I did.
You know what? You're not a slouch.
So, okay, I've got a bone to pick with people in general, but maybe with the female portion of the population.
Go figure.
So, and it's probably not all women, and it's probably not all in all situations. However, I have yet to understand why it is that it's not uncommon for a woman to drop a woman hint that another woman would get and to assume that a guy would get it. So, Flip, I don't feel very well. To me, that sounds like you got 15, 30 minutes in you before you got to go.
That was a bad assumption on your part.
Well, yeah.
Well, to be real honest, I didn't know what was going to happen. I just knew I didn't feel well. And then I went like this. And I go, And so I stood up and I left because I was afraid we were going to have a projectile moment that would have gone viral. Now I'm kind of disappointed I don't wait for that.
Real quick, Becky said WCH was just a hop and a skip from Wilmington. They had the first Kmart I had ever been to in the 1970s.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we loved watching Courthouse. They had J.C. Penney's. When I say Wilmington's a small town, we had 10,000 people growing up. Washington Courthouse was like the bigger city.
Ah.
One step up and you're at Columbus or Cincinnati. And like I asked Jeff last night, hey, did you go to Miami Trace? Because my cousins went to Miami Trace High School.
Right.
He didn't.
Oh, see? So he's like once removed.
Yes. But Jeff, I don't know when you graduated from high school, but I had cousins that graduated from Miami Trace in 75 and 77. Their last name Dunn, D-U-N-N.
By the way, Joanne, our Joanne, said, oh no, if I said I don't feel well, it's immediate. And Jeff Clark said 83. Here's the thing, and I'll give you an example of, like, at least for myself, but I think maybe, and I'm stereotyping, and it's very general, but like guys, right? I don't like to talk about my medical stuff, and I don't have much. So each time you talk about me having, had whatever, like, yeah, it's true, but I don't typically talk about it. Anyway, years ago, I had a gallbladder removed. Okay. So this is a guy, at least this is me as a guy, which I'm a guy. Prior to my gallbladder being removed, let's say I was at a restaurant. Let's say we were at a restaurant and there's like 4 people and there's 2 on each side of the booth, and you and I are sitting next to each other, and you've got the end to get out, and I'm like on like inside right in the booth. Okay. If I were to say with my gallbladder still intact, hey, I'm going to need to go to the bathroom shortly.
Well, that was a quick edit.
That was an edit. If I said I need to go to the bathroom, I had 10, 15 minutes of me, right? Once they took my gallbladder out, when I said I needed to use the restroom, it was right then, right there. But here's what I would say. I wouldn't go, hey, I'm going to need to use the restroom, and then pray that you knew that it was time to get up. I'd go, hey, I need to use the restroom. Now without a gallbladder, it's happening now. So it's not a matter of if or when, it's where. Get up. Well, there's no guesswork. There's no guesswork. It's
very funny. That night, all of a sudden, I was sitting there and you were telling one of your stories. So God knows how long I'd been sitting there. And I went, I felt a little warm. And then I went, oh, I don't feel good. And then I waited a few minutes because we had talked about getting off.
The podcast.
And then we don't do porn live.
Well, by the way, Joanne said I have relatives with the last name Dunn, and Aunt Jean as well.
Hi, Aunt Jean. How you doing? You may not have heard this, but Jeff Clark, who was in our chat, is from Washington Courthouse, and I didn't know that till last night. So he will be watching Ohio State football. Aunt Jean watches every game.
Yeah, so do I now. Unless you take your phone while we're guesting. In which case, I'm sort of left in the lurch to hope for the best.
No, we won't do that to you anymore. Oh, I may still do that to you, but I won't do anything.
But anyway, all I'm saying is, I don't.
But that night, I mean, all of a sudden it hit me. Oh no, this is get up and move or something terrible is going to happen, and I did almost pass out.
Which is horrible.
Yeah.
Truth be told, all joking aside, all that's horrible. But like, here's the deal. And maybe it's being a guy, maybe not. Maybe it's because I'm a hypnotist and I have to be so precise with every suggestion. And it's just sort of ingrained in me. But if I needed to get up and go, I need to get up now. I need to end the podcast now.
Well, I said I don't feel well, and I'm pretty sure I didn't.
No, you didn't feel. But okay.
But no, it was a couple of seconds before I got up. But anyway, here's the funny thing. Because he was handling the controls. I wasn't handling any of the controls. And I just got up and left. And there were people on the podcast, and I forget who it was, but because I got messages going, we watched the blood drain from your face as you stood up. Are you okay? No, I was on. And then after the podcast, he and I could still talk to each other. And I could hear him going, are you okay? Call me when you can. And I was like on the couch going, all right, call him in a minute. And then my son came in from work, which was good. And I go, help me dial Flip. What are you doing on the couch? I thought you guys were doing a podcast. Just dial the phone.
So, and I've given this analogy to you before and others as well. It's just a different style of communication and a different set of assumptions.
But I've told you, see, you want women to be more direct.
I like direct.
You want more direct, you're going to get more direct. But you can take it. Most people, ask Joanne. Joanne's got a powerful job. Ask any of the other women on there. Ask Holly Janine. Ask Aunt Jean. Any of them will tell you. You know why we women do not come forcefully and talk like that? Because then we get labeled a bitch.
Okay, then own it. I'm a bitch. I love it.
Well, I do. I owned it for 30 years on stage. Off stage, and not so much.
Casey just said, Flip, that'd be me. No one's ever accused me of being subtle.
Well, I get accused all the time of being subtle, Casey. I'm very subtle and I'm very sweet.
But you're lovely. You're sweet. You are an angel that somehow still has affixed to your top of your head horns. I don't know how you do it. You pull it off. It's amazing.
Well, you know, I don't know if you've noticed this or not. But people think they showed up after I moved to Louisiana. They were a lot deeper hidden.
Oh. I used to write a joke about that. That was based on truth, and nobody ever laughed. And I think it was too honest. I tried it on stage bunches, and I kept thinking it's like, so y'all don't like military humor, evidently. It was sort of. But I kept trying it over and over, and it's like, I guess I'm going to have to retire that one. And it was just that, like, you can date someone, you know, I know people who have dated someone for 10 years, 15 years, 20, and they eventually move in. And the crux of the joke was, and probably women feel the same way about men, but the crux of the joke was, even after dating like 20 years, when they move in together, the woman, as she's coming in, she goes, oh, wait, I've got one more thing in the car. And then she goes out and gets it, and it's just a big bag of shit, which is representative of like baggage and it's like, where'd that been? Yeah, I've been hiding it until the right time. Now's the right time. But like nobody ever left. And I'm like, I think it's a brilliant observation. I'm sure men do it too, but I've just never dated a guy.
Not yet, but
I tried in August of 2018.
You know what was funny about
Couldn't make
that
it happen.
first thing?
Huh.
That first podcast we did too. I didn't realize it until we actually got on the podcast and started.
Right.
That was the first time we'd seen each other in 35 years.
Oh, yeah. That's all.
Because we'd been talking so much. I felt like I knew you already.
I don't do voice calls. I mean, I do voice calls. I don't do video calls. Video chat, I don't do them.
What are you looking at me like I probably did them all the time?
No,
If
you don't either. You don't. I know.
Or do you remember at one point where you go, that's a mobile phone, right?
Well, that's because you wouldn't bring it out and about with you.
I'd go, hang on a second, I got to take the dog out. And he'd go, it's mobile, right? Oh, yeah. Well, I know it's mobile. But...
Well, make good use of that. You didn't have to put a video thing, but like you could keep talking.
Well, you know how that'd work out because my arm gets way too tired. I can't do that.
Yeah, I mean, if you did a video call, at some point it'd be like just boob shots. So this is what I've said to people multiple times, and this is sort of a difference in communication. For my own personal experiences, communicating with women, right? So this specific thing hasn't happened, but this is kind of similar. So like I'll be getting ready to go to the grocery store, and some woman, not you, prior to you, would go, "Hey, there's a 80% chance of rain. You should take an umbrella." And I'm like, "Oh, that's a good idea. Thanks for the heads up," and I bring an umbrella. And then I come home with all the groceries, and they go, "Where's the broccoli?" I'm like, "What? Where's the broccoli?" "Well, I didn't get broccoli." "Well, I told you to get broccoli." "No, you didn't." "Well, I told you to bring the umbrella, right?" "Uh-huh. Everyone knows that means broccoli." "What?" "No, it doesn't. I took an umbrella because you said like an 80% chance of rain." "Well, you know how there's a stalk and then they kind of fan out like an umbrella? I just thought you would know." Like, that's what I'm used to. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because then it makes your face turn red and you start to try to explain it.
No,
more,
I'm not. There's nothing more to explain, but like, no,
I got another question for you.
Did you like my experience with communication?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Were you telling us? Look at your face is beautiful. It's red right now, right?
No, I'm just saying when you go.
Put your hand on your face.
No, I don't. I don't like to fondle myself. That's not true.
So I wanted to ask you another question. Do you have any regrets over the last year of anything we've done on the podcast?
That you and I have done on the podcast?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess one.
What's that?
Not knowing that you were going to pass out. Yeah, I mean that was a rough one. Felt bad about that.
Oh, I couldn't even voice it to you because once I got to where I go, I'm sick. God. But you're like, I think she's left.
You know what? It's kind of dark at her house, but I don't see her silhouette nowhere.
And that was on Tuesday, and we were leaving Orlando. You were leaving here the next morning to come and pick me up.
Yeah. I had an 800-mile drive to come get you. 1,600 miles if because we were going to go back.
Yeah. So I guess any regrets?
No.
That trip?
No.
I know. I loved every minute of that.
No, that was fun. I mean, there's certain things along the way that have bothered me, but having nothing to do with you, just because things come up in the course of a year where you go, I didn't like that, or I wasn't happy about that.
I wasn't happy about the guy at the theater in Holland.
Yeah, I swear to you, that's the first thing that came to mind right now. In fact, that's what I was going to say before you did.
That tried to take our money, a couple $100.
Doesn't matter.
Paycheck. Yeah. Most of the people have been wonderful that we've worked for.
Be part of the.
Okay, was stretching my leg out. Remember, I've been working out this week.
Well, you know what?
I have been working out. I'm starting to work out with weights and stuff.
Great podcasts are sometimes painful.
They could be more so if you'd let me get that collar I want for you.
I've already had a bad experience, which and I'm not willing to do it again.
Let me see if I had anything else.
By the way, I want the same question for you, but Joanne said that she gets further acting dim and being the big boobed girl. That's a quote.
That's a lot of times that's what we women go to. We do get farther just going, how many times have I told you, watch this? And me going, blinking my little eyes.
You have to blink your eyes. You just have to add eyes. You don't blink them. You add them to my name. Flip. Would you cook breakfast now and get into a hunger around 6? Let's see what else. Renee was always sweet in school. That's from Kim Hoffman, which we also call Coracedon.
Yeah. Thanks, Kim. I hope that people remember me as being a nice, quiet person. Well,
man, they didn't know you at all. You are nice, but you're not overly quiet, which I'm thrilled about. I like a good conversation.
We do have a good time. We have an excellent time. I did good coming here.
So, do you have any regrets about the podcast over the last year? I mean, now I'm just copying you,
No,
but I'm equally as interested.
No, I have no regrets at all. Maybe I wish I'd have made the move sooner. Actually,
before February 16th, that'd have been tough.
No, before the first podcast.
Oh yeah. That'd have been a good idea. That'd have been good.
Yeah. Actually, we didn't make the move till July.
Oh, July 17th.
That's correct.
That's February 16th and July 17th. I knew the 17th was in there.
No regrets. My favorite thing. Yeah. I have 2 favorite moments
of the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I can think of one.
What one do you think I'm thinking of? And I'll be honest with y'all too.
Podcast episode 10, season 1.
Yeah. And do you remember what?
I do. I'm not saying it. All
I did was talk about going to a spa.
I know. I don't like spas.
Oh,
I don't
Andrea.
I don't like spas.
And there was a commercial that you did in that one that was just for me that was pretty funny.
The one that I showed or the one I didn't show?
No, the one you didn't show. The one that I was scared when you go, I have a commercial, where I went, no, dear God, please. That I do love that you go back and you watch some of the videos and I'm like, please, no, please.
So the one that I did show, I had cooked for dinner, sort of a Chinese-ish inspired meal. And the Renee kept getting the name wrong. And then she almost posted something that probably
would have gotten us.
I mean, it was very, 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 very complimentary. Very complimentary about the dish, how, looked great, smelled great, tasted great.
Really surprised me too, because I'm not a big fan of Chinese food.
Right. But the name she provided was a little off-putting.
And I may have been pronouncing something wrong.
So as a joke, I took the name that she used and I created a commercial from P.F. Chang's. And with a little bit of production, not a lot, a nice voiceover and some pictures. And
okay, let's just be real about this.
What?
You were in Phoenix.
I was.
He had not gotten out of bed yet.
I had not.
You hadn't had any coffee yet. I know, because I wasn't in Phoenix with you, so nobody had brought it to you.
Right, and I hate getting up and going down and get it. That's true.
And you basically woke up and did a PF Chang's. It's on our YouTube channel.
Somewhere, I think.
Oh, it's on there because an agent saw it and thought you did the best voiceover shit ever heard and wanted you to come and audition for a national commercial.
I was sick. I couldn't do it. Get off my bed. Sun was in my eyes. My shoes were untied. Something was going on at the time.
And that was very funny because I told him, he goes, do you realize that might be considered a slur? And I go, no, because the only Chinese food I'd ever eaten or ever thought about was I had a friend and she used to go to PF Chang's. And I thought it was one of their dishes.
She thought it was a menu item.
Yeah, I thought it was one of their items.
Turns out it wasn't.
And I called them. Thank God I called you and said, hey, I want to post this dish. I don't know how to spell it. And you go, yeah, we're not doing that.
Dear Lord, what are you thinking? She's like, what? What?
The thing I'm most proud of is I'm very proud of us getting a sponsor.
They are lovely people, and we do have a surprise for Tuesday.
We were going to do it tonight, but I will be totally honest and tell you that we were so taken back. We got to open the portrait that she took of us today. And it was a very moving experience on a couple of different levels.
You don't have to out me. I had a tear. What are you going to do? That's between me and my tear gods.
Was really nice. And you guys are going to look at us and go, not YouTube, but I was literally almost speechless.
Actually, it's a rare moment. So we actually recorded unboxing this beautiful portrait, and
it's the most stunning thing I've ever seen. And I'm using stunning because you did.
Well, because it is.
It is.
But it's the first time two comics, both having been on stage for 30 years or more as headliners, had couldn't come up with words, literally were speechless.
I, as much as we don't like having our picture taken, I really enjoyed the photo session. The only thing I didn't like about it, and it was all my fault, when I take Flip out in public, he usually has his marching orders. Now, here's what I'll tell you. I always find you the smartest man in the room.
You're very kind.
The most talented. The sweetest. Just shut up and listen to the list. See, this is why we don't have nice things. Right? But I have video of it. I have you jumping into a box at Costco.
It seemed to make sense to me at the time.
Yes, which is why when I take you out in public anywhere, I go, okay, here's where we're going. Here's what you're wearing, and here's how you're behaving. And if it's work related, you will listen. Correct?
Within reason.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't ask for anything unreasonable.
No, you don't. But, again, I, much like the Cubs in Africa, I was born free. Free as the wind blows. Free
as the grass grows.
As the grass grows.
So I had told him, look, I've talked to these people on the phone. They're very nice people. Classy people. You have to wear shoes. You have to wear a shirt. And you have to behave yourself.
Do you hear the abuse I take? Do you hear it?
I wish I'd have said just be you. Because I'm so in love with these pictures. She's an amazing photographer. To call them pictures does not.
No, it's not a picture. I mean, she took pictures with a camera, but these are portraits.
And the frame in itself is amazing. And here's the deal: we have to be roommates for the rest of our life because you're not getting that photo, and you wouldn't give it to me, so we can't give it to the dog. So it's going to be in our house.
Yeah, I can live with that.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
I can too.
I'm good with but here's the deal, because deserved or undeserved, and I think, at least from my perspective, it's undeserved. I have evidently a reputation of being a little unpredictable. What?
Really? Do you want to go through our YouTube channel and look at it? Everybody that's watching this podcast tonight who thinks I am out of line to tell him he has to behave someplace, please raise your hand.
All right, then they can't type in I agree with you, Renee, because their hands are otherwise occupied. I agree, Renee. I wish you could hear me.
You are one step away from wearing a helmet in public half the time. So don't tell me nothing. I wish, and quite honestly, we're not doing that anymore. I'm unleashing you.
Okay.
I am no longer responsible for his behavior. Because you know what? You always know how to behave. But tell me you don't love to torture me a little bit and pretend like you're not going to.
I can neither confirm nor deny that statement. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe.
Definitely.
But here's the deal.
You do it, and then you get me all revved up to where we go to someplace and I can't enjoy having the photos taken because I'm waiting for you to... Because you'd already had me laughing going in.
It's an accident.
And I was trying not to be off the rails. No, it's not an accident. You do it to me on purpose. I can't, they don't think I'm normal at Costco because I'm laughing the whole time we're in there. No, it's not.
But so here's the conundrum. I love that word.
I knew you were saying.
So
I've got a C word I want to say.
What?
I have a C word I want to say, but you told me I can't use it anymore.
Oh, no, you cannot. You lost that C word privilege. And by the way, those of you out there in podcast land, it's not the C word you're thinking. That's a guarantee.
No, because they'll tell you I was a good church kid. I didn't do that.
Well, yeah. So, whatever. Not the C word that first came to your mind.
Yeah. No.
That's all I'm saying. That's what I love about Flip. He's unpredictable. That's from Casey.
Yeah, Casey, how often have you had to babysit him? I'm on full-time duty here.
Here's the conundrum, however, and I'll take the Rebecca Rose experience, which, again, not to beat a dead horse, it was amazing. They were amazing. It was wonderful. They made it easy. It was actually fun, which shocked me. And
I'm going to tell you, if you can do it, you should do it, because a couple of days before I went, I'm sorry I got us into this. Am I telling the truth?
No, 100%.
I'm sorry I got us into this. They're lovely people, but this is too high end for me. I'm starting to feel uncomfortable. I don't know what I'm going to wear. I don't know what I'm going to do. And I don't want to do it. And he goes, just settle down and let's go do it.
Let's just do it. But here's the conundrum. So the Renee will give me my marching orders. Like this is what needs to happen, and you know how you are. You need to kind of pull it back a little bit, but said very nice and said tactfully and said with warmth, but nonetheless. And so
pull it back or I'll kill you.
Well, so, and I'll get to you in a second, Joanne. But so then I'll follow her directions, right? And I'll do exactly what she said. And then later that day, or the next day, or the next week, or sometime down the road, she's like, I wish we had been a little bit more bantery and playful, because, it would have been even a better time. And in this case, with the portraits, some of the pictures would have really shown us. And I'm like, well, but I followed your directions to the T.
Yes, he did. And I did tell him the other day, I wish I'd have let him go. But if I tell him he's on free reign, then I got to watch his mouth.
I'm born free. Free as the wind blows.
Right. And while the wind is blowing, I'm going to hold the umbrella to block the breeze.
And I'll go get the broccoli and we're all good.
Yeah.
By the way, Joanne had asked, where is she located? This is for Rebecca Rose. She's got 6 locations.
6 locations. She has Orlando, Jacksonville, Tallahassee,
All Florida, obviously,
Franklin, Tennessee,
which is
with
just outside of Nashville, right?
Austin, Texas,
Correct.
and somewhere in Connecticut, but Connecticut's small enough you can get there. We are going to be giving away a certificate for a photo shoot. We've got it all out for you. There is a sitting fee that you pay up front, but it goes if you want to purchase something. If you don't purchase something, you get it back.
Yeah, it's completely refunded.
Yes.
And I'll tell you why. Not that they asked, but I could see in my mind.
Well, I told you this is one of the things I really wanted to cover because they're lovely people. They went to a lot of trouble setting up for us. So you go ahead and tell us.
So here's the deal, because they've got 6 locations, and we get, like, a lot of people that watch the podcast are in Ohio, in Arizona, in the DC area. So that's obviously not close to Florida. Nashville,
But
Tennessee.
I will tell you, people that are in Ohio and Wilmington, it would be worth a trip to Nashville.
Yeah.
Especially. This is something that would be worth. Joanne's in New Jersey. Connecticut's not far from New Jersey, is it? I got rid of my map.
I think Opie from the Andy Griffith Show could skip a rock from New Jersey into Connecticut. Off the lake. It's that close.
I definitely didn't give you any direction for the show tonight.
No. But so here's why there's a sitting fee that's refunded. Now, if you buy stuff, obviously the $300 will go to whatever your purchase is, but it's refunded and it's a free sitting. And I think an 8x10, a complimentary 8x10, unframed.
Unframed, right? 8x10. But wait till you see what oh my God.
But here's the reason. And I think it makes perfect sense. What they're wanting to not have happen is someone to call, take up a bunch of time, getting details of the set and everything else, making an appointment where they schedule it and they schedule nothing else because, again, they're going to devote their time to that one appointment, and then that party not showing up.
Just like I almost canceled.
You came close.
I kept, because my nerves were shot. And now it was one of the nicest things we did. And oh my God, look at the beautiful portrait.
It's stunning.
That we have this came right at like our year anniversary too.
By the way, just, again, from Joanne, please send info for Connecticut. I could use her for work photos.
Beautiful. I will send all that information, Joanne. Because I'll be talking to you.
Joanne, you just sidearm a stone right across the lake, Connecticut.
Joanne, I also want to tell you that I remember that tomorrow is June 1st. Does everybody know what we do on June 1st?
Yeah, we litter the house.
No, we blow cinnamon in the front door.
Okay, what does that sound like to y'all? Well, no, with fairy dust. You're with fairy dust.
We're also saging tomorrow.
Also known as cinnamon.
And also, because it's a full moon, tonight would be an excellent night to write on a piece of paper all the things you want to get rid of.
You can look at the piece of paper. You're not going to be on it. Just FYI.
I know. You can look at my piece of paper.
Not now. That's your palm.
I know, but you're not going to be on mine either.
Okay, there you go. Oh my gosh, Joanne, a weirdo. I'm in Maryland, although grew up in Jersey and still go back every summer because there's nothing better than the Jersey Shore.
Maybe we could go up there on a vacation sometime.
Where?
No, this is what I'm trying to do, an intro to something.
Oh, go ahead. See, that was direct. I was like, ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
To you, Renee.
Joanne and Bookbag Becky have become friends through Facebook. And I would like to thank Joanne for helping Bookbag Becky. Joanne, I told you I fell in love with Joanne the first time we started talking on here.
Mhm.
And then we met in Arlington, Virginia when you were working
I
there.
remember vividly.
And Joanne is everything I thought she was going to be, and actually more. I love her. But part of what we wanted to do when we started this podcast was to bring great people together. You've had great fans. I've had great fans. I grew up with great people, really great people. And I wanted to share that. And I don't know why we thought they'd wind up meeting together, but they have. A
I
lot
know.
of you guys have. We started the community page to put whoever needs something together. And there you have it. Joanne hit me up with a great idea the other day. And that is maybe for our second year reunion next year,
A year from now, obviously.
to plan at a hotel where we find a hotel. We are thinking, we've been talking about it. We're thinking maybe New Orleans.
Or as the locals say, New Orleans.
Yeah, I'm not local.
No. By the way, Nolans, you got to let that go. It's not Nolans.
And we would go to the hotel and ask them, go, hey, we got some people. We don't know. We're going to have a reunion. But anyway, have a Road Comics Adventures reunion. And where you could get a discounted hotel room.
We hope.
Yeah, we're working on that. And we could go out. Like if a group of you want to go out and do Bourbon Street, you go do Bourbon Street together with people that you meet from Ohio, whether you're from Phoenix. We got all of these dog rescue people. Oh my
Mhm.
God, I'd love to get Dee Dee and Mike and Jeff and Janet and
And Holly.
Kathy.
Holly G.
Oh, and yeah, and Holly.
Mhm.
Although I want to go drinking with Holly.
Mark Majori.
Hi, Mark. It's been a long time no see.
He wants to know who Cinnamon is. Who's Cinnamon? I'm just saying. But anyway, as it turns out, I don't know if it's appealing to you or if it's in your budget a year from now, but we actually are getting very serious about looking into possibly planning a big Road Comics Adventures get together in New Orleans for what would be ostensibly our second anniversary.
Yeah, and just do like a couple of days. Come in and meet the people. You know, we talked to y'all. How many people would love to meet Adam?
I know I would.
Yeah, and maybe we can have him do, you and him do a cooking thing together.
If he's up for letting me embarrass myself, I'm in.
Oh, everybody's willing to watch that. And guess what?
What's that?
I'll film it.
Of course you will.
But that would be wonderful. I just think it would be, I would love for all of you to know each other, because one of my great joys of traveling with you has been meeting all the people that you've told me about and that we meet on here. Book Bag Becky, no, but she's the salt of the earth. Holly Janine is funny.
Salt of the earth also. She's a lovely woman.
Lovely person. I want to drink with Holly. You need to bring Bayo money.
I can arrange that.
Yeah, because
You know, it's funny 'cause
Holly and I will wind up getting in trouble.
I don't think either one of us have had a drink in months and maybe not in a year.
Oh, definitely not in a year. I haven't had a drink in a
Yeah.
year.
So
I'm thinking maybe close to 10 years.
since your last drink, like the last drink you had was on stage then.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I had one drink with Jimmy Leonard at the airport one time.
Naniki, who's now over here,
Oh, hey.
says,
yes.
have always wanted to go see New Orleans.
Yeah, see, I think it'd be great. We could go, if whoever wants to go,
Right?
we'll arrange it and we'll go on one of those paranormal excursions.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, it'd be really cool if we could get Charlie and Monica from the Herd Opera House up, like anybody who wanted to come. And well, I'm going to be hitting up the hotels here shortly.
So just, I never told you this. I organized something like this 10 years ago for a cruise. And I'm not a big cruise guy, but it was like, oh, the people who've come see my show and who are friends on Facebook, and I was going to do a big, like, let's hang out cruise, and I can't tell you which line it was. Um, did you know there's a carnival in town
Yeah.
right now?
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah.
The love.
Soon we'll be making another run.
Wasn't that them? Wasn't that their boat?
No, that was the princess line on the show.
Yeah. Well, no, I know it was a princess line on the show, but I think it really was a carnival.
It might have been. I don't
Yeah.
know. Was Princess a real cruise company? I don't know. Anywho, so a lot of people, and when I say a lot, I mean hundreds. I mean, whether it was 8, 10, 15, 20, whatever it was. Like if
By the way, we never finished up, I don't think, with why they charged that fee.
yeah, we did.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, we absolutely did.
And I did it and sober, and I didn't remember
Yeah.
how we finished it.
But so a lot of people booked. That included airline, hotel, and the town they were flying to, plus the cruise tickets. And out of the blue, this cruise company canceled, not the cruise, canceled everyone in my group. Canceled them. Canceled them. No warning, no reason. Canceled them. No warning, no reason. And I thought, not meeting with people, but like on a cruise, never again, not ever again. So in this case, when Joanne mentioned getting together and we started talking someplace on land, and New Orleans is a fun town, lots to do. I'm like, I could do that. But if people want to take a cruise, I'm out. I'm not doing it. I'm not. I won't.
Well, and we drive everywhere. So our number one rule: we drive because the girl is going with us. We're taking Storm, and
Jesse Bork.
oh, hey,
I recognize the last name.
yes,
I have a feeling that's
Burke.
Tina,
That's
Burke,
Tina's.
yeah, Tina's family.
Yeah,
Aunt
Tina's
Jean's family.
Hey, Jesse. They're good people.
Say it. Salt of the earth.
Salt of the earth. I know. Now, I think Jesse is Jesse the young one, the softball player?
Yeah, I think so. Right.
I think so. Or it could be your mom.
I'm 62.375% sure.
Okay. Then she could be an Olympian. We could be going to the Olympics with.
Yeah, if they're in the U.S. and in certain cities.
But I mean, I could have a family member. That's really cool.
You mean in the Olympics?
In the Olympics.
Yeah, that'd be very cool. That'd be very cool. By the way, just to dot the I, the Rebecca Rose thing, which I know he did say, the whole thing with the sitting fee is to make sure that if you make an appointment, that you don't waste their time, you actually show up. So
because the prep is big that they do,
Yeah.
and we're going to be giving you a behind the scenes look.
Yeah.
Because of course, what happened while we were filming it, doing our photo shoot,
that's a quiz. What?
I was filming it.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So that's the whole thing. And if you make an appointment and you show up and you buy nothing, you get your money back, and you get the complimentary unframed 8x10. Your picture, the one you choose from your sitting.
Well, and it's amazing because we're also going to show you some of the behind the scenes of how we got to pick which portrait we loved. And let me tell you, it wasn't easy.
Oh no, there were so many good shots. So many good
everything
shots.
was good.
Yeah.
Everything was good.
By the way, Naniki said the upcoming Summer Olympics are in LA, which is true, but I don't think your family will be in the Olympics by the upcoming LA Olympics. So it would be the one after that.
Now, let me tell you, this little girl, she's a little girl, and unfortunately, I haven't got to meet her yet, but I've watched her play on Facebook and on a little bit of television. I got to see her. She's a pitcher. She's a fastball pitcher. Oh, she's amazing. And her dad won the remember the cooking competition, the jambalaya?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, not her dad, her uncle. her uncle.
But I know that he entered some. It was some Cajun type
And
cuisine.
he and his dad did it together.
Yeah, and one.
And they won over in Baton Rouge. And the great thing is, Tina has a son named Ryan, and I have a son named Ryan.
And Nolan Ryan was a pitcher. Huh? Synchronicity.
Okay. Helmet. That's all I'm saying. Helmet. What else did we want to do for our anniversary? So we're doing that stuff. Interestingly enough, every once in a while, people will make suggestions about what they'd like to see from the podcast.
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
Yeah. If you guys have a suggestion, if you have a question, you're more than welcome to send them to us, email us. If you want us to change and become a more produced, in other words, more like we know what we're doing,
Like more formatted, more produced, more
like you see in a radio show or a Joe Rogan or whatever, we're not going to be the podcast for you. And I'm going to tell you why. What you see is what you get. I have spent all of my life doing what everybody else wanted. The reason that Flip and I think meshed from the second we reconnected was because we're both in a place in our life where we knew what we wanted and we wanted to do it our way. And the only way I was moving forward was if we could do that. We love doing this. We've had a few guests on our podcast and we like having guests, but for some
doesn't
reason,
work. It's not this format. It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
We're not going to produce a bunch of stuff to do just to do. We like what we're doing. We like you guys coming into our living room once or twice a week. I like it because you're not eating our food. You're not drinking our
Although we
coffee.
do have 22 pork chops.
Yeah.
So there's room for everyone.
Well, there is that. I'll be squealing like a pig. I swear by this.
Joanne, I can make you some emu and duck.
We can't wait. I'm really looking forward to him working on that, but we do want to do it justice too.
Yep, absolutely true.
But what I'm saying is, I know people like the exposure and everything, and they want to see a tightly put together podcast. If you want to see that, there are thousands of those. It's not going to happen here, and I don't want to. And if you make me, I'm not going to do it.
Well, it won't be fun for us. Like Joe Rogan, and I know you mentioned his name. I think if he didn't invent it, I mean, he certainly has pioneered the free form, long, extended interviews. And what he does really well. So he always has people, he interviews them, and they're great interviews. And actually, I've enjoyed listening and watching a bunch of those. But we've around the country, we've had people say things like, I love your podcast. We're like, oh, thank you. You know what you should do instead? And then they go on to say, you know, I want more produced. I want more formatted. You know, what you should do is talk about this, but only for about 2 minutes, then move on. You should keep it to an hour. It's like, you know what? I respect, which is what you said as well. I respect your opinion. But if that's a deal breaker for you,
I get it if you don't want to watch.
Yeah, then I mean, then we're not probably your cup of tea, and that's okay. But we are who we are. We like banter. People have asked us before. It's like, how long does it take you to write the script? None of this is scripted. Like this is one of the few podcasts ever where Renee had a few notes.
I had notes because this is a big one for us. I'd always wanted to do a podcast. I could never find anybody that I thought I could enjoy doing a podcast with until this crazy man that I actually prayed wouldn't answer my email with a phone call.
That's why I thought I need to call this woman, right?
And I couldn't be happier to do exactly what we're doing.
Kim was everybody's been very nice, but Kim said as well, keep doing what you're doing, and thank you for including us, your audience, in your conversations. We love conversations back and forth.
Yeah, we really do enjoy it. We just don't seem to do well with guests. For one thing, I always wanted to have my own talk show and I can sit and bang out questions to somebody.
Right.
But I don't enjoy watching that either. And most of the people I know are comedians or sex crimes detectives.
I would be the former and not the latter.
Yes.
Yes.
And so I can talk to detectives or I can talk to comedians. And, the majority of our people aren't here. I do love it because most of our people have said, I'm glad we found your podcast. And we just like to sit back and relax, and it's not all edgy.
So one of the people on Road Comics Adventures page, if he's still on, Mark Majori, who I've known in Dallas for years. He's seen my show a bunch. We've gone out drinking together, had dinner. Great guy. He was a guest on our show and was delightful. Thoroughly enjoyed talking to him. We hope that it was intriguing and fun for you to listen to. And so even with Mark, like we found, he worked well. But generally speaking, like our format.
Well, everybody worked well.
Yeah. I mean, but
we
we've
had
only
Rory
done
Penland.
We've done 3 or 4.
Mike Rivera.
Yeah.
Rory. Mark.
I think that's it.
Yeah. And the thing of it is, like, he knows Mark. I didn't know Mark at the time.
But
so
nice, interesting, brought a lot to the conversation. However, like right now, we're at an hour 16, and I feel like we're just getting started. It just so when we had a fourth. We had some other guy that owns a club in Florida. Some guy, random guy.
I don't remember.
Yeah, whatever. And I found that conversation.
Oh, wait a second. I remember, because it's somebody I know very well who will talk your ears off. And when we got him on the podcast, he was like staring up into space.
Yeah, it was bizarre.
Yeah. So anyway, this is what we like. If somebody accidentally, we decided to put on, we're not going to bring on comics to do skits. That's not what we do.
Right. I just, for the most part, what you see is what you get. You know who the guests on our podcast is? Y'all. That's who. Because like Kim said, when you write stuff down, we try to acknowledge it, talk about it, and be interactive.
Good Lord, you've given Becky her own.
Speaking of which, I like that you guys do what you do and how you do it. Fake stuff is so overdone. Enough of that stuff. Be you.
What did I tell you today? I'm just going to let you be you from here on.
And you know what I'm telling Joanne? We're going to be emu. We're going to. Oh, you know how I complain a lot? I got mad at Riverside. They were horrible. Mad at Charmin. Can't stand that scalloped edge, which, by the way, even though I don't talk about it, don't think that I've eased up my views on it, because I have not. But when I love something, I'll tell you about that. So
Are you talking about me again?
Of course, I love you, the Renee.
Wait a second. Do you want to talk about my chicken tenders?
They were good. After I gave you some hints, they were actually really good.
Hints?
Spice
Dump
hints.
that jar on there.
Spice hints. You know, you want to do more than just show them that salt. You want to actually lather them in it.
Hey, I've been licking an egg for a year.
And some pepper. You know what another good P word is? Paprika. Do it. So I don't know if any of you ever have a need for or an interest in video editing, but there's something called DaVinci Resolve. And I've been doing most of my editing on iMovie, which is a Mac product, and it comes with a Mac, and it does great. I mean, I'm actually decent at it. But as we're upping our game in some stuff, I started looking at other video editors, and DaVinci Resolve is free. Now, they also have a paid version, but what I really like about them, it's a one-time fee. It's not a subscription. If you pay for it, you buy it, you own it, it's yours. But unlike most things that have a free version with all kinds of limitations, this is an amazing program. that is, I mean, it's a little bit complicated. It's not a beginner thing, but it's an amazing program. And if you do video editing for yourself, home, family movies and stuff like that, maybe you don't need it. But if you do video editing, it's kind of worth looking at. I have been using it for a week and a half, something like that.
Week.
Cannot tell you how impressed I am. Cannot tell you how much I love it. And even though I think it's going to do everything I need for the free version, I like it so much. I'm actually considering spending money on buying the paid version because it's amazing.
Can I bitch about something now?
All right, go ahead.
You know what I want to do, right?
No.
Let's talk about Copilot.
Oh,
AI.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I've been fighting with it over making some things that we need for our speaking careers. And for a week, I have battled with Copilot because they kept saying they would make something and it would be wrong, and they would make it and it would be wrong, and I would correct it and they would go, you need to do this. So I would do it. It's actually been going on a little over a week and a half into 2 weeks. Finally, day before yesterday, I lost it. And I could choose one of two things. Somebody was getting yelled at. He was cooking my breakfast. Or I could yell at the Copilot app. Guess who I picked?
Well,
The Copilot. And I had said, I have been trying for 2 weeks to get this. You say you can do it, and I keep repeating it. I put in the prompts. I do the blah, 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 blah. And the Copilot said, I can hear the frustration in your voice. Yet you and the neighbors can hear the frustration in my voice. Anyway, it finally came down to where they couldn't do it. I went over to Chat GPT. And by the way, I'd like to thank my daughter for thinking that we didn't know what that was early on in the process.
Right.
But I did. And they immediately did what I needed done. And so I went back to Copilot and I go, Chat GPT did this with the exact same information. And they're like, wow.
Did they really? Oh, I didn't know the rest of the story.
Yeah, it was like, wow, they did a good job. Now, we're sorry we didn't get to do a good job for you, but please give us another chance. I go, okay, create the same thing, make it with your flair. And I'd love to look at it. And they go, well, we're not able to do that right now. Yeah. So I'm just saying, a lot of people don't like AI. I don't love it. I don't use it as my main design, but it has helped me with a few things. And I love it for spelling and grammatical correction. So don't send me emails about how much AI is the devil, because I'm not going to pay any attention.
Right.
I get crap to do.
Real quick, just so you know, Jewel has come on, and Bash from Tampa.
Oh, hey, Bash. We'll see you the end of August.
And real quick, I'm just going to answer
And
Mark,
Jewel.
because Mark may be serious, he may be kidding, I'm not sure. This is the second time he wrote Who's Cinnamon. Maybe if you came in at the end of this conversation, there is what would you call it? Not a ritual. What would you call it?
Well, it's kind of a ritual. It's one of those things that is for good luck. You put a little bit of cinnamon in your hand on the first day of the month. You walk out your front door, look and leave the door open, and blow cinnamon in across the doorway into your house for good luck and abundance.
See, and if you follow the entire sentence, you blow cinnamon into your house. Luckily, not leaving out the words into your house, because that could be misconstrued.
So it would be cinnamon the spice.
Yes, not the person. Bash, how are you, Renee? Flip, you're looking well. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
I'm doing great. We probably, interestingly enough, I think we had one of the best days that we've had since February today, believe it or not.
Today worked out really well. It was a good day.
It was.
It was a good day.
I got to take his helmet off for the day.
Ugh. So since I'm on a roll for things I like, because how often do you hear that? Hmm. We initially, when we started doing a video podcast, we used a company called Yardstream or StreamYard.
StreamYard,
Stream,
I think.
and I called them Yard Sale. And we had plenty of issues with them, including very glitchy video. And then we heard the world about a company called Riverside, and we went with them. And it was wildly glitchy and horrible, and it was a problem. So I got very angry with them. And then I had a fight with them. What?
You need to tell me who this is.
Stephen Boyer, it looks like.
Oh, Stephen Boyer. I thank you for the friendship and
AI tools and Canva, and I can usually get something that fits the bill pretty nicely. I'd be happy to help you, no charge.
wow, thank you so much. And you, oh, Flip would have loved for me to get anything to help me.
Because I mean, when it keeps not working, and it keeps saying it can do it, but it doesn't do it, it does get frustrating.
Yeah, and they kept saying, we're going to set this up for you to take it to Canva. And I go, why do you keep throwing me off to another program that I don't know how to use?
Right.
But you like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's fine. But so we happen across StreamYard didn't work for me. Riverside, I would actively recommend no one using. I think they're horrible. That's my personal opinion.
Right. And I told you, I think they've sold.
I can't, I was really angry with them. But we happened on a company called Restream. And we're right now using the free version, but Restream has been excellent. Restream has worked flawlessly, no glitches. The free version, you can stream like a podcast to two, but only two places at the same time. So in this case, we're streaming to YouTube and my Facebook page. Now we're able to get to Road Comics Adventures and your Facebook page by using our cell phones to add additional content.
Right.
But with the paid, and there's different tiers, blah, 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 whatever. With this a subscription, you can stream to multiple social media sites at the same time. And I may at some point decide to do that. But right now, their free version is excellent. They have been really stable. The picture quality, the audio quality has been excellent. So very, 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 very happy with Restream. Wildly happy with DaVinci Resolve. Wildly happy. And you don't hear me say stuff like that often. But it's our anniversary show, and I thought I was going to be Sister Mary Sunshine.
Well, happy day.
Rebecca.
We are going to come up with a new logo, too, using Rita, patron saint of the impossible. We started impossible.
Yeah,
that's our motto. And we want to use a picture of Saint Rita. And so impossible is our starting point, or we started impossible.
So for those of you who don't know the backstory, Renee's never been a huge movie goer. She's seen some movies, not a bunch. And so since moving here, we've been watching a lot of movies, and it's been fun. And one movie that I picked out for us to watch, and this was a few months back, was a movie called The Rookie with Dennis Quaid, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And the movie starts out with, is it Lubbock, Texas, I think?
It is Lubbock.
Okay. Where this thing happened and that happened, whatever. And then the field got blessed by Saint Rita, who was blowing roses. And it turns out she's the patron saint of many things.
Let me fill you in. And this is why, tell me she doesn't fit for Flip and I. She is the patron saint of the impossible. You and I met the third week in January
1990.
In 1990. We have had 2 Facebook messages back and forth in 35 years. I get somebody who needs somebody excellent for a gig, and I remember you and I call you. I emailed you and you called me. We haven't been off the phone since.
Correct. Well, until you moved here. Now it makes no sense to call you.
Yeah. Well, you know what I say. that whole situation to me was an impossibility.
Right.
We're in our 60s. We are on pork time, and we're starting a production company. We've been booking comedians. We're on the road doing new shows. We did a podcast. We're getting ready to do
We have a couple books.
yeah, the books and stuff. We are living our life up against the wall. Really, we are going. See, that was balls to the wall, but I didn't want to say balls.
No, you
so
cleaned it up
that's
nicely
right.
until you explained the cleanup.
She's also the patron saint of divorces. Hello.
Well, I excel at that, don't I?
I'm not exactly a relationship expert either.
Well, I
am
bet as far as the divorces, I'm an overachiever.
Yeah. Well, I think if I hadn't had kids, I would have been in the same boat as you. She also is the patron saint of child abuse victims. If any of you don't know, I work as a victim advocate since 1995 with child victims of sexual assault and their families. I am well known as the castration lady. And I'm single. Who knew?
Go figure.
Go figure. Um, so there was something about that movie, and I felt like the universe led you to pick up that movie for me.
So that's why the Saint Rita, not medal, but logo pendant. That's why it's become really important to us. And so Renee wanted to add that into some of our not logos.
Well, our logo, it's kind of a motto, is because this is part of what our speaking career is about. And that is sometimes you think you can't. Thinking you can is what stops you from doing something. Because the one thing about us is we'd started talking about production, and he had a pilot that he had done and never got to go full into production. I was involved in several productions and never got to fully realize from beginning to getting it on the air somewhere, those productions. And he's like, man, I would really love to do something. And I go, me too. And he goes, let's do it. All right. And we're in the middle of a couple of those.
Yep.
And writing a couple of more. So Saint Rita means a lot to me, because if you would have told me February 15th, 2025,
or before,
or any time before, you're going to be living in Louisiana, you're going to have a career, you're going to have a business partner for the first time in your life you can trust and depend on, who's as equally as creative and as a hard worker as you are. By the way, you're going to have lost 100 pounds. Actually, I've lost 125, 128 actually. 128 pounds at this point. I have lost over half of me. I've lost over half of me. I stopped smoking after 50 years. My life has changed. Look at you. You were an old curmudgeon.
Still am, but with a beard.
You're not old.
No, I'm not old. I refuse to get old. Old is so here. I think I told you this. I started really gauging age based on the Rolling Stones. That's true. So when I was doing my show in my 20s, I thought, well, I'm sure I'll be done with this by the age of 35. Then I turned 30, and I thought, by 35, I'm not going to be done. I mean, that's ridiculous. What was I thinking? But I'm sure I'll be done by 40. And then at like 37, I'm like, I still having fun. I like doing this. Like 40 is around the corner. I'm not going to do it. And then I thought, well, I thought I'd be too old. And then I started looking at it like who's relevant in the music world. And I thought, oh my God, the Rolling Stones. Keith Richards has been dead since like 1427 BC, and he's still going, right? And so you start looking at whether, and I kept redefining age based on David Gilmour, the Eagles, the Rolling Stones, and all these other bands. And you go, like, I bet if you had asked Mick Jagger, Keith Richards, in their 20s, what do you think you'll be doing when you're 80? They're like, I don't think I'm going to make it past 50, maybe not past 35.
Well,
So
and they sure didn't think they'd be on tour.
on tour worldwide, being relevant, not just relevant, but more relevant than almost any other band for the most part. And so I just thought, age today isn't what it used to be. My dad was 70 years old for the last 30 years of his life.
Yeah, and see, it's funny. My mom was walking 5 miles a day, every day. She got out and walked for probably the last 20 years of her life. You would have not known she was in her 80s.
And I would walk 5 miles.
See, when this
Tomorrow
is
I'll
the
walk 5 more.
adorably inappropriate. When I tell you guys, when we've done lives before in the car, every time there's a sentence we come up with,
some kind of a stupid
it's
song.
a song. And no, it's not a stupid song.
No,
It's a
they're lovely
real
songs.
song.
No, that I would walk 500 miles.
But
your mom didn't do that. She only walked 5, and I had to make the rest of this like noises to cover the 100. And I would walk 5 miles.
But I'm going to tell you, we are looking forward to starting that. We're a little behind. I would normally say we'll have one up this Friday. We're not going to because we got too much crap to catch up on.
I've got probably about 3 to 4 weeks worth of video editing to do. We definitely have a lot of gardening to do because we have things in pots that need to get in the ground or they're going to die because they're doing so well and they need more space and more room. It's been busy, and I also, get the fiddle out. But I had some, I don't know, diverticulosis, lysis, whatever. That really.
And thank you, Joanne. Joanne sent you some probiotics.
Yeah, which, by the way, I recently got and started using, and thank you. But that was a month and a half of misery.
Yeah,
misery.
Yeah, he wasn't doing a lot of moving around, and
luckily, as a hypnotist, I was able to sail through with flying colors. Sort of. I didn't complain a bunch.
No, you didn't. As a matter of fact, I have to browbeat you to go, are you all right?
I don't like talking about it. So
you're getting better.
We're at $1.37. Want to keep going?
Here's what I want to say, and then we can get out of here. First of all, I did go to look at the dog. I don't know if you realize that's what I was doing.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, because she choked earlier.
Was she choking? When she was eating.
When she was eating.
Worst eater on the planet.
I don't know what happened to this poor dog before he got her, but she will go after a bowl of food. But it's not like she's vicious because you can reach in and take the bowl away from her and she won't bite you.
She doesn't have food aggression. And here's what's weird. And I know I'm interrupting. I apologize. Here's what's weird. She attacks food, but not really. So you can stick food in her bowl 7 a.m., right? And she might not, and she knows it's there, like she has access to it. She might not nibble on it until 7 p.m. So it's sitting there for 12 hours. But when she goes to eat, she inhales it.
And she's choked. One night I stayed up all night because I was so worried about her after she had choked really badly. And she choked earlier tonight when I was.
I didn't know that.
And she was making a funny noise. This may be one of those nights where I.
Did she have one paw under her paw armpit? Is that the noise? Have you ever seen her do that? It's amazing.
We love this crazy dog. And I got to tell you, her in the portrait.
Oh my goodness!
I feel like we upgraded the house by $1 million. We look like
actually the house isn't good enough. Like I'm going to need to find another house.
I love this house.
Oh no, it's a lovely house.
I do. I really love this house.
Well, now the house is going to have an inferiority complex. It's going to feel bad about it.
Yeah, when we buy a farm in Florida, we may. First of all, now we got to get a fireplace because I think it should hang over the fireplace. So we're going to have to transport it. It'll be like the prize wheel over here.
There you go.
Actually, that's my second favorite.
That was nice.
No. That's my second favorite podcast.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's my second one was the Wheel of Fortune.
Swing, ding, 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 ding.
And what I loved was your friends going. You would start to say something when I went to meet your friends up in Arlington.
Yeah.
And your friend Sarah went, wee! And you just looked and go, I hate you. And
that thing harasses me. It's the bane of my existence.
But I'm really grateful. My son helped us a lot when we got started podcasting.
He did. Really good.
Now he barely talks to us because...
That's not true. He's delightful.
Yes, it was. Because what did he do? He tried to send us something that he didn't think we'd understand.
Oh, he made a mistake. He tried to send something silly that all the cool kids are using as a phrase. And it sounds like you're going to kind of just hang out and watch a movie, but it really means something else. And we knew what it meant. And so
let's be honest. I had no idea. I go, oh, this was nice. Ryan sent us a message and he goes, no. And then he told me what it meant. And I go, oh, you want to have some fun?
Yeah. She's like, okay, gloves off. Now that game is on. Gloves off, game on.
So I sent him back. What did I send him? Something obscene. Anyway, it took 3 text messages back and forth before he sent me a picture of a cat throwing up. And I go, I won.
Yeah, she was.
I've now grossed him out. No, but so we don't hear from him.
Well, he has tempered some of his texts in terms of subject matter. So that's
true. And he does enjoy Flip. He did remind you recently that there is a no return policy.
Which is fine. I threw away the receipt. Okay.
So, and then we have my daughter, Ashley, that you hear us talk about so often, who was our executive producer for a while, who sent us a text message with you guys need to do some merch, and in parentheses put merchandise.
Yeah, needed to explain merch to us.
Yeah. And then told us how to do a bunch of stuff. So he made her the executive producer on a bunch of shows.
I did, because she's good at it.
And she is going to be a grandmother in 10 weeks, hopefully.
Wow.
Which makes me a great grandmother for the second time.
Congratulations to the Renee family.
Yes. And we've been told you and I will not be allowed to babysit for the baby.
Oh, is that true?
Well, remember we sent the video.
Right.
What do you?
I'm making a note. Can you keep talking?
Well, no, I can't because I'm not. Well, you're making it big, so it's for me.
Yeah, it is.
So, anyway, I just want to thank my kids for being supportive. Your son is a good kid. He's very supportive. We are a dumpster fire. We're glad you like our dumpster fire. Can I have the pen for a minute?
Notice I've slacked back on my sip in the water.
Don't watch it.
Now I feel like my face is warm. Damn it. Oh, since Renee is writing, today is Sunday. It's our 1-year anniversary. We are doing
the podcast.
Of the podcast. Oh. Here, let me. We are doing our regularly scheduled Tuesday podcast. That'd be 2 days from today, 7:00 Eastern, 6:00 Central, 4:00
Daddy-O time.
Daddy-O time.
We love you, Daddy-O.
And your lovely wife, Casey.
Stephen Boyer, how nice of you to offer to help me. Oh my God. Just see, all of you all are so much wonderful people. And um, I'm just, I'm thrilled for all of you. We couldn't be doing this without you.
Well, we could, but I mean, again, we would just we do this every day without the phones and cameras. It's called conversation, but it's fun to do it as a podcast and to interact with people.
And actually, here in the next couple of weeks, we're going to get it together. I'm going to be doing. I'm right now. I'm trying a lot of different of the homemade products that I'm making, and I will be posting those that are. I believe what you put on your body is equal to what you put in your body. So the same standards that Flip has with making food, that it be whole and no preservatives and also budget friendly, is what I'm doing.
budget
With,
friendly, low carb, no added extra sugar, as close to natural as you can get, as close to local as you can get.
and I'm doing that with naturally nurturing for skin care. I hate to call it beauty products, but one of the things I'm working on that is for, they call it aging skin. Basically, it's sun damaged and wrinkled skin. Um, that I made for 87 cents, an 8-ounce jar of it was $83.
If you were to buy the product from a manufacturer selling either in stores or off Amazon.
This was off Amazon, $83 for 2 ounces, 87 cents, 8 ounces.
That's what we spent in terms of the ingredients you use. Yeah.
Yeah. With no preservatives. Everything we had. So we're going to get out of here because in case you didn't know.
Don't be showing that. All right.
No, I won't tell everybody that you need a little snacky snack.
Hungry.
Well, I want a handful. No, I started to say something and it was going to be.
Wait a minute. Are you ready? Ready? Wait. If you want nuts, I just turn my head to cough.
How did you know that's what I was going to say?
Really? Really?
You are a little psychic. So, anyway, happy full moon tonight. Thank you for joining us for our anniversary. Please join us on Tuesday. We will be posting the certificate for Rebecca Rose Portrait.
Fine Portrait Studios.
And everybody called. Joanne, I'll get it to you sooner than later. I'm also for Tuesday, God only knows what's going to happen.
Well, since this is one of the rare moments where she had, again, not a script, just notes like touch points that she wanted to talk about. We rarely even do that. So it's going to be the same unscripted, dumpster fiery, fun, hopefully for us and for you, conversation.
I never know what he's going to say.
I don't either. Half the time I stop paying attention, I let my mouth kind of free range it. So with that said, I will let you in on a hint, and some of you probably guessed what I wrote to the Renee was, I gotta pee.
I would never have told.
Well, no, but I did. I'm sure a lot of people guessed that's what's going on.
And I wrote back, of course we can be off in 3 to 5 minutes.
Well, that's why I gave her a time frame because, again, I don't send vague hints. Here's an umbrella. Why didn't you bring the broccoli? I'm like, you know what? I've got this limited amount of time in me before this limited amount of time is going to be out of me.
The limited amount of time wasn't in you. That wasn't what I was worried about.
No, it's
the other.
It's going to happen. Now it's not a question of when. It's a question of where. It's a location instance. So that said.
You were not going to tell them what I really said?
Good luck.
You guys, thank you for joining us for so many times. You guys come back week after week. It's amazing to us, and we feel like your friends and family. We We love having you guys here. Um, if there's any comments, questions you want answered that you don't feel like putting in the chat, send them to us through Facebook or
As a
YouTube.
DM, direct message, huh? I know all the
Yeah.
lingo.
Not to you because you don't check them.
I don't
Send
check.
them to Road Comics Adventures or to the Renee Bray page because I check everything. He's in here.
I'm editing on what? DaVinci Resolve. Amazing.
So you know what I say.
What? We're out, bitches.
Thank you guys. See you Tuesday.
Thanks.